Hello everyone, it's 4:47 p.m. It's June the 10th, 2009. We're expecting the RBNZ to release their interest rate decision in about 13 minutes. That's 5 p.m. It is expected to be an unchanged decision. Therefore, they will probably keep the rates at 2.5%. Most likely, we will probably not see much movement in the market because of the unchanged verdict. During the rate release, they will also give a statement, and in case that statement is rather bearish or bullish, market will react to that statement. And given the 5 p.m. being the start of the Sydney market, and also a low liquidity time, market could move in an exaggerated mode more than during a normal liquidity time. So in about 11 minutes we will wait for the news to come out, and most likely if the news impacts the market one direction or the other, the impact will last at least a couple hours until 8 p.m. Tokyo Open. So basically that's the idea. We'll wait for the news to come out, and then we'll take a direction depending on the sentiment of the news after. Now if we look at the market, we'll see that the entire day the New Zealand dollar pair went from starting 62.67 to as high as 63.63, which is roughly around 100 pips, and then it went back down to the 62.33 and ended the day right around where it started. So basically now we're looking at the start of a new day, and the New Zealand dollar pair basically just traded in the exact same point when it started. So if we would look at a day chart, we would see something that looks like a doji, meaning a no decision in the market. And if we look at some other currency pair that's closely related to the New Zealand dollar, let's say if we would take a look at the Australian dollar, we will see some similar trading action. Okay, and let's look at the dollar CAD. Dollar CAD on the other hand show a strength in the US dollar and the weakness in Canadian dollar. So out of the three commodity currencies, the three major ones, we saw two of them trading more or less the same range, and one, which is the dollar CAD, trading weaker, with the dollar being a little bit stronger. So right at this moment we don't know what the market's going to do. If the news comes out with the impact to move the market, you will probably keep that momentum for at least a couple hours. But if the news does not have the impact to move the market, then whatever movement we see, it will be negligible. So we'll just wait. I'll be back in about 9 minutes and we'll see how the market reacts. Okay. Okay, it's about 30 seconds for the news to come out. Therefore we'll wait for the news to come out and then make a decision on what to do. There's
less than 30 seconds. We'll be getting the New Zealand interest rate
about 30% of a chance for a rate cut. So 5%. If a rate cut does take place, we will sell the New Zealand dollar.
Unchanged 2.5%. Unchanged at 2.5%. As expected.
Okay, it is unchanged at 2.5% as expected. So right now there's no trade. There's no trade.
Now waiting for comments from the RBNZ's Governor Baller.
We have to wait for the statement along with the
Baller reiterating comments
rate
from
decision,
the last meeting that New Zealand's
and then decide go from there.
Modestly lower. However, he's adding the word modestly. RBNZ noting that there are signs that international activity is stabilizing, while noting that low rates and also fiscal stimulus support the New Zealand economy, noting that the New Zealand dollar gains may stifle recovery.
Okay, so far all these news that's come out, the comments are supposedly to be kind of bullish, talking about modestly cutting rates.
Is expected to decline. Says there are signs that finance conditions are improving.
Okay, signs about finance condition improving.
Room for further reductions in short-term rates, reiterating prior comments.
So basically, we're looking at good comments.
The New Zealand economy to contract by 1.3% in the March 2010 year, and expects the New Zealand economy to expand by 3.2% in March 2011.
Yeah, so far everything has been pretty
the end of the year.
Bullish for the New Zealand dollar.
Inflation pressures, and also RBNZ says a recovery is likely to be slow and fragile. RBNZ expects the unemployment forecast to keep deteriorating, and it expects inflation to return to target in early 2010.
Okay, a lot of things are just repeat from last rate decision. We have a slightly better than expected statement coming out, and some word changing, stating that the economy is better and the cut might be less. So far we're seeing some kind of a bullish movement, and what we'll do is we'll wait for a retracement. Remember, the market traded to the 50s. Now we have a 50 pips of gain immediately after that. It's just a frenzy buying after the news and taking account of the statement. So what we'll do is we'll wait for some kind of a retracement, and I think at least from now till later on, the direction should be up for the New Zealand dollar, especially after the first reaction with the RBNZ statement. So if we buy it at this level, I think we're buying kind of too high, and especially with an unchanged verdict, you know, the market doesn't really have that kind of push. So we'll wait. If we see a retracement, we'll get in. If we don't see a retracement, we won't get in. Okay, everybody, it's about 11 minutes after the rate decision, and New Zealand dollar has retraced it back to the 62.85 area. So I think it will be time to go ahead and getting on a trade. The spread is about 8 pips on on FXDD, and that's pretty hefty for this currency. So we went ahead, we're getting on a trade, and what we'll do is we'll just wait, see if the market gives some more momentum to move this into a positive territory. Okay, everybody, 6:30 p.m. right now, and this New Zealand interest rate trade has yielded about 45 pips of gain, and basically this just goes to show you that have to be patient waiting for that retracement, and then we can get in. And eventually, if the rate decision is unchanged but the statement has been pretty bullish on the currency, then we can definitely take the trade in the direction of that statement. So right now I'm gonna close this trade, and we're gonna bank 45 pips of gain, and hopefully you'll learn something from this video. Number one is to be patient, wait for that retracement. Number two, wait for the statement to come out and evaluate and look at the initial market reaction. If the market reaction is going up, most likely we'll see a continuous sentiment of going the same direction, especially with this slow moving currency. It's only about an hour and a half after, and basically from the pre-release price we've seen about 100 pips of gain already, and we could see a retest of the high above the 6400, but I'm not going to take that risk. Just go ahead and take profit on this. So news trading is not dead. Those who are saying that news trading is probably doesn't know what they're talking about, but it is not as straightforward as before. You just have to know what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close this trade, and hopefully you made some pips as well. Anyways, thank you, and Have a nice day.